I called the crocodile Professor Crocodile or Ustad Temsah, and they called Ayatollah Mesbah Yazdi Ustad Mesbah. So totally rhymed.
Well, you were very courageous, right? I mean, your famous cartoon, I mentioned it in the introduction, Professor Crocodile, led
And that's
to
why I wear Lacoste.
right. The I'm sure the brand appreciation works for on their
No,
side. This led to death threats. It led to your arrest, your imprisonment in February of 2000. How did you find the courage to keep pushing buttons after going through these kinds of episodes?
I have to tell you the story about that certain cartoon because it has a weird twist. Um, in the summer of 1999, when there was the student movement, and I drew a number of cartoons. Some of them were published, some of them were not. So I kept some sketches. One of them was because the main topic of the day was the media law that was supposed to get some amendments, and the amendments were actually um, going to censor any sort of critique of the regime. So one of the sketches I did was like this crocodile that's shedding crocodile tears and wants to strangle the journalist and saying that, oh, this journalist is actually putting me under a lot of pressure.
Mm.
So it was the reality was it was vice versa. So I kept the sketch, but I never published it. But then when in late January, Ayatollah Mesbah Yazdi went to the Friday prayers and in some other speeches alleged that there was a chief CIA operative in Tehran with a suitcase full of US dollars to bribe Iranian journalists against Islam. I thought, oh, this sounds good. And because his last name, Mesbah, rhymed with crocodile, Temsah, so crocodile tears actually made sense over here. So I called the crocodile Professor Crocodile or Ustad Temsah, and they called Ayatollah Mesbah Yazdi Ustad Mesbah. So totally rhymed. And it wasn't illegal because I was making fun of the crocodile, not
Right, right.
so after it was published, I received a few threat calls from people who introduced themselves as members of Basij and members of IRGC. But then the next day after that, there were a number of clergy students in Qom that had actually shut down their schools and went into a protest in the major area in Qom where all the seminary schools were. And after that, all the seminary schools were shut down. And there was a big protest. I think 4 or 5,000 clergy
Because of
students.
you, they were shut down because of your cartoon.
Yeah, because of my cartoon. Yeah.